Hello, welcome to episode 58, The New Normal. Before I get started, I would like to again thank all of you who have sent messages asking about how my mother's doing. She's doing great, although she's really not liking the current situation of confinement that we find ourselves in now. And because she is a recent cancer survivor, she is having to be extra careful, and so am I, because I'm her caretaker. So that leads me to the new normal. If you're anything like me, you're not really liking that turn of phrase, the new normal. I don't think there's really anything normal about it. I guess that's why they're using the new normal as the term. But it's certainly understandable if in your life right now you feel a little jolted. There's a little difference to your life, and you may be distracted by the news, by the latest numbers that just keep rising right now and probably will continue. And the general lack of that normalcy that we now all face. And you know, it could be easy for me to say, very easy for me to say that now that we have all this time to write, we should be writing. But it's not really that easy for most of us, though. I can tell you that I've had one heck of a time trying to get my focus to where I could actually sit down and be creative. I've actually been thinking about this particular video for over a week, and it's taken me this long to actually sit down and video and to do it, so that, you know, I want to be here for you and to be able to offer some encouragement for you. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to offer you some encouragement. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling a little disappointed in yourself because you haven't really taken advantage of this time that we have had, you know, I want you to relax. Many creatives are in the same boat that you're in. I am in the same boat that you're in. You know, my life seems to have jumped from one drama to another, and then, you know, this pandemic has just added, you know, a side to the dish of craziness that has happened in the past couple of months. So, and that's everybody goes through that kind of stuff. So, you know I'm not special in it, but I can understand being overwhelmed. And as with most of the advice that I've seen on social media lately, because really that's where we are all actually communicating with each other now, since we can't see each other in person. The idea is that you just need to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself as a creative. Be gentle with yourself as a writer, and as a human. You know, this is all about taking care of yourself, and we are in a bit of shock over all of this. So the way that I have found that has helped me be able to be creative and productive on days that it seems like there is a news conference every 5 seconds is to journal. I am a big believer in journaling. If you haven't figured this out after 58 episodes, you should know this now. I teach an entire class on journaling, and if you aren't doing it, you should take it up now. This is a good time. Because your journal about this time could, you know, be something that, you know, your grandchildren or your children or your great-grandchildren or however far back it goes. And I don't have any children, so, you know, people who find my journals someday will read about this time in our lives. And it's a good idea to kind of get some of those thoughts down, especially the immediate thoughts that you're having. So instead of, though, just rambling about thoughts that you may be having, because I know the first couple of days I kind of rambled a bit in my journal about it, have some very targeted prompts that you want to think about when you sit down to write. And I've come up with 4 that I'm going to share with you, and I will add more as we go through this time in our lives, and just to kind of give you some encouragement and some ideas to think about, to, you know, get the ideas of what we're actually going through down on paper. So the first one is, what would you be doing if you weren't stuck at home? this can actually lead to being a very sad, poor me, I would be out having fun and enjoying life kind of a thing. So if you think that that would not be productive for you, you probably don't want to do this entry. But it could also lead you to some other ideas. So that's number one. Number two, the craziest thing that you witnessed when you finally did go out to the store, besides like the TP runs, because I heard a very interesting story about why toilet paper ended up actually being the thing. And it had to deal with the fact that, if 15 people decided that they were going to buy toilet paper, it'd wipe out half the toilet paper section in a store. And it, influenced others to think, oh my goodness, all the toilet paper's gone. I should go buy toilet paper somewhere else. And then buy out all the toilet paper there. So it's just a craze. But, I was definitely kind of amazed by just the amount of shock that so many people had on their faces, and just standing in front of empty shelves, like especially around the meat counter areas. So, there was no beef, there was no chicken, there was no ham or pork. There was plenty of fish though. So if you're pescatarian, there was food for you. And just the things that were left behind, there's like piles of Italian sausage that was not encased as a sausage. It was just the ground meat. And I think a lot of that was from people just not knowing what to do with that, but just the standing there in shock. So that's what I would write about. Number three, what would you like to accomplish in the next few days? Now I'm saying days, not weeks, because you should probably not look at it as this is going to be 4 weeks. I would look at it as it's going to be some days, even though it's probably going to be some days that turn into weeks. What can you do around your house, in your yard, for your writing, for your work? Because I know many of you are still working from home. I'm still working from home. I am reading emails, trying to answer stuff. I'm hopping on social media, trying to help parents out with technology issues or other things when I can. So, just make kind of not a list, but, basic idea of what you think you would do if you could accomplish anything in the next couple of days. I think that's a good one. And the fourth one, it's a little broader. It's what could you do to contain your overwhelm? What kind of things could you eliminate? Like, I haven't watched TV all day today. I do look every once in a while at the numbers that get updated on the New York Times coronavirus website, that they're keeping track of everything. Just because I'm noticing that nothing has changed in my county the past couple of days. I'm like, that's either good or it's bad. But, I have quit looking at that as much. So it's the things you could do, and even keeping your mind productive, sitting down and reading, writing, answering work emails, trying to create a schedule for yourself that is not involving keeping track with the news. I think that would help. So those are a few things, just a few things that I've come up with. I'm sure that you can probably come up with a few more for yourself. And if you do, feel free to post that in the comment section below. And I will definitely add some of those to my next video. I will be checking back frequently to offer a few more words of encouragement because I have time, so I will be on here a lot more, and I'm definitely motivated now. Thanks again for joining me today. If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share this video with others that you think that could use the encouragement, that could use my words of advice. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube. It's free. It'll keep you up to date on what's going on with me and everything that I post. I want you to have a good day, stay safe, and stay home if you can.